The number for ELP is close to 1.5%. So I think like that's kind of like, I think we all agree that people should speak English, but I think like where I don't necessarily align is I don't think there's a million truck drivers out there that can't speak English. I think it's probably in the low 1.5-ish%.
So I think the assumption that a lot of people make when they hear the word immigrant is Latinos. That is if I post something on X about immigrants, it's immediately people assume I'm talking about Latinos. I'm talking about a brown person is what they assume. What they're often missing is these groups of people are Eastern European, where there's a huge Serbian population that is driving trucks. There are people from the Punjabis that come over from India and Pakistan. We have these large populations of groups, and I would disagree with Ken on this. I've talked to people that are in the insurance industry, which would know the qualifications of the driver. One of the largest insurance carriers told me that they believe that as many as 10% of the truck driver population are folks that do not speak English. Oh. And their estimates are as many as 40%. And the BLS did a study 3 years ago that said 18% of the US truck driving population are foreign born. And here's the craziest thing, is there are 36,000 registered entities that can certify that the driver has completed the driver training. There's only 2,000 certified truck driving schools. There's 36,000 entities. You and I could watch a YouTube video, or we could train a driver, could train Ken to drive a truck, and in 30 minutes, he could watch a YouTube video, and as long as he can pass the CDL test, he's on the road. He doesn't have to demonstrate any proficiency whatsoever. And that has opened up, combined with these open border policies of the former administration, we have this endless supply of labor that's come into our industry. And I think the number is much bigger than what Ken thinks it is. I think we're talking hundreds of thousands of people. It's not just the English proficiency, it's also the non-domiciled CDLs. There's also a lot of population that lives completely beyond the grid. And I think a lot of those stats are underreported. I mean, the crazy thing is, the BLS does surveys of employers. They're not picking up the owner-operators. And they're certainly not talking to the people that are operating illegally.